We're going to look at a little Kimura series, and the reason for this is mainly if you guys start looking at attacking Kimuras from a bunch of different places, it presents itself in different positions, bottom, top, wherever it is. I've really been using the Kimura trap a lot when I'm in top half guard, things like that. But we're just going to look at finishing the Kimura properly, transition to something else if you're not able to get it, and then also another option, we call it the pie plate. I don't know what other people call it, but either way it works really well. Pretty simple enough to get to it, especially when you're passing and you've gotten your underhook already. So a lot of the time when we're passing, we're looking at getting this underhook here anyway. So it's a simple process as far as stepping over and coming right to it, right? Where we're already stepping over and coming through. When I step over, a lot of people, they leave a lot of space for the person on bottom. Here, you're basically squeezing their head between your thighs, okay? You're making it uncomfortable for them down here. I realize in training and stuff like that, you kind of lay off a little bit sometimes, but you really got to get yourself into the habit and of straddling them and then pinching your thighs together on their face and head, okay? It helps for keeping control with this arm. All they can really do is hold on for dear life because they can't see, okay? So when I'm stepping over and I have control of this arm, as I come through, I'm switching. Okay, here, okay? I switch, I grab his wrist and I grab mine, okay? Now the main thing with this, you guys, is that you gotta keep the tricep on the back or on your chest, connected to the chest. And what a lot of people do that I see where they aren't getting the finish is they're just pulling up here, okay? When we're grabbing something, we want to pull away from the finger grip first, okay? So when we go to pull away, it's an explosive movement here. I'm coming up, keeping this arm at a 90 and coming back this way, okay? I'm twisting my torso. A lot of people end up doing this, and that allows for them to maybe straighten the arm, then it leaves space below, and then he's able to start scrambling, and then it's a big old mess, okay? So when we're coming through and he's defending and I get my grips, I'm keeping my chest on the tricep, okay? My explosive movement isn't this way, it's to the right, here. Now before he tries to grab again, I'm coming up and now turning here, okay? This takes away the range of motion when his arm is at a 90-degree angle. And then you can turn with your torso, okay? So one more time. Here, as I pass, I'm getting my underhook, and right away I step over. Here. I switch, and when I come over here, I'm keeping my chest on the back of the tricep. And my explosive movement is here. Turn.
What's the best angle to take it? Like if they're more flexible, then you keep going. Like do you come in down behind the low back, or you stay up where you keep?
You stay up. You stay up and you keep the arm at a 90. What you see a lot of times in competition is that they pull the arm down to the side. It does work. It does. But it can allow when you come down like so, is that your chest doesn't stay on the back of the tricep. And if they're really strong, they can straighten their arm, okay? And then that presents its own problems. Maybe you will get a tap from the arm bar, but a lot of times if they're really strong, that creates a scramble and just enough space for them to get out. But if you keep that arm at a 90, connected to your chest, you're gonna get a quick tap.
You tap at the elbow or the shoulder?
The like this, right? So. And here, this is just like so. as I rotate here. Okay, if I come down here, he can straighten. Yeah. Now we're in a different spot here. So you want to maintain complete control when you're on top there. By not exploding this way, you're exploding this way to break the grip, coming up and then turning.
Do you pull it kind of out of the socket before you do that rotation?
Yes, and that'll take away from the range of motion. You're inadvertently pulling it out by keeping it at a 90 against your chest. Make sense? Can you see it again? All right, let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3.